piece of foil, just ungrounded foil, kind of close to the ceiling. That right there is only 3 feet. The perspective's kind of hard to see, but measuring that with the tape measure comes out to 3 feet. I don't really think I brought it up to the point where it was going much over 3 feet. Like every now and then I would kind of like quickly crank the variac to 120 and I would see close to 3 feet or so. But I would say mostly it was running about 2-foot arcs. So easily 2-foot arcs with a setup like that, you know, around 100 volts DC, and it doesn't really need to be anywhere that big. So that's kind of good to know for a future setup, right? You could get away with a regular full bridge. Doesn't need to be like a dual one. Same original circuit I was using, same general kind of coil, and you can have a buck circuit to where switch doesn't need to be gigantic. You know, your inductor core can be fairly small. You know, you maybe want to still just throw like a 20 microfarad cap. You know, that might be like the biggest, hardest thing to source, right? So basically that 3-foot mark, I've seen this coil hit it only 2 times, to be honest. So I've tried different settings, and every now and then when I'm changing around the ramp features, it'll strike it. But the thing is, once it starts getting up to a certain voltage to where it would strike it, it starts to get a lot more erratic. Like it starts to branch out more on the arcs and kind of go different directions. I lose that real ramp shape once I get up to like 120 VAC. So while it still will kind of form a nice one and go straight upward and hit it, very rarely, it's not like a regular thing, but you know, it's pretty much well over 2.5 feet most of the time. Ready to go ahead and move to this setup I got going, which is basically just going to be the Cool Whip primary. I've got my secondary in there. Little temporary bootleg top load I'm going to try till I get a toroid that I found from AliExpress. And I'm going to start out at the lowest ramp on time, which is about 10 milliseconds or so. So that's like 110 right there. It's not quite at 120. So the variac is not all the way up. You can see it already starts kind of branching out a little bit more. Starting to split. So if I up the on time a little bit, it almost seems to help it a little bit, you know, gives it a little bit more current. See, it sort of maintains that sort a little bit better. It's still sort of erratic, right? So that's about the on time when I can hear that variac struggling. Struggling during that those heavy currents. Cut it up a little bit more. So we're at 120 now. And at that 120, I can see it really wants to touch that whoa. Okay, it's making the LEDs light up every now and then, and it is touching it. So it did just strike it just there, right? So at the 120. So I'll back the on time down again. It's kind of got more erratic. So definitely upping the on time a little bit to a certain point. Yeah, just like I did again just there. It increased that arc length. It kind of makes it want to reach out towards the ceiling more there, right? I wish I could up the BPS, but then that's when that inverter, you know, can't take it. It's a combination of that battery, the way I've got that little supply set up, and that crap inverter. But yeah, I like it. I was wondering what was going on with those LEDs lighting up every now and then. Kind of gives me an indicator that, yeah, that thing's getting real close. So sometimes it's like dancing around the side of it. Sometimes, you know, most of the time it's just not quite reaching it. It just doesn't really care for it because it's not grounded. But that seems to be about what I can get with this setup. Now again, I can bring the variac up to 130, I suppose. I don't know if it'd be worth it trying that just yet before switching over to SSTC, because again, I don't want to kill it. But let me go ahead and try it, because fuck it. So as soon as I cranked it up even more, it immediately struck it. Again, still impressive for that little inverter. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing some 3-footers. A lot more now. Oh yeah. So yeah, anyway, that was a cool little test. I still haven't played around much with the coupling and the top load and all that, because I'm waiting for a really cool Toroid to get here and see how that goes. Not quite sure how that guy will work out, but I guess that'll be the next set of tests.